out on my way to Motor City Comic Con. Hey, this is Lynn from my comics closet. I'm at the Motor City Comic Con. It's Saturday, May 14th. It actually started yesterday. I was here yesterday. I didn't really buy anything. I checked a lot of stuff out, looking for comics. I'm on the search for William Shatner's here. I was checking out what's going to be going on about that, who I have to get to witness. I got a couple of books I want to have him sign, and I've got a selective vision disc that I believe I'm going to have him sign. I don't know if it's worth anything, but get to meet him. There's other people here to have signed. Howard Chaykin. Who else was there? Simon Besley. So it's hot in this car. It's about 80 degrees out right now, and here in Michigan, in Novi. So I'm at the Suburban Collection show place, I believe they call it. We're in the main parking lot's full. Bunch of people going in costumes, so I am going in too. So you enter into the Suburban Collection show place here. It's a big venue. You come right in and you see everybody's already pretty much into it. There's a lady with a backpack there, a Hello Kitty backpack, and you get the wristband. I had the 3-day wristband. There's a Spider-Gwen girl, looks like there. Now, I don't know what that is. Guy in a big bee costume, but they had some pretty badass looking costumes. There's a lady predator. He got a little attention. A couple guys came up and got their pictures taken with her right away. So they also had some cute little costumes. A little girl dressed as Lady Doc Ock with her family. She met a big Doc Ock, and they got some pictures taken together. So I got some. Spider-Man everywhere. There was dinosaurs, and Star Wars, and R2-D2s. It's looks like some kind of a monitor droid, I think. A couple of bounty hunters and another droid with a little scavenger. It's what, BB-8? No, that's an alien head. Pretty cool looking homemade costume, and I'm not sure what this is. Just a big tall lady. Black Panther likes her. Tall lady in a white dress. Then the monkeys came through. Bunch of gorillas getting their picture taken with people and dancing around. Drew a big crowd. They were funny. A lot of people with costumes. Look like a little Boba Fett getting his picture taken there. You know, they moved through the whole show. A lot of people were checking them out. Then I got to meet old Chewbacca. Little guy meeting him there. Then I do. You know what they say? Let the Wookiee win. Or he'll get you. And then guy getting his picture taken with the girls from Comix, Beer and Sci-Fi, I believe it is. Yeah, right behind the girl there. Comix, Beer and Sci-Fi. It's a TV show on cable. I think this is supposed to be Cersei's Lexus from the Eternals. Pretty cool looking car. It's got all the symbols on it. And there's the Mystery Machine, Scooby-Doo. Matthew Lillard was there signing. Played Shaggy. Jurassic Park cars. A lot of movie vehicles. There's a Jeep, Jurassic Park Jeep. Then they had a couple of little dinosaurs for effect. And there was the Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters Hearst. Look out. They have a little escape room for people that want to do something besides comics, I guess. Looks like they got a couple different versions of it set up. They also had a lot of figurines. These, I think, were a lot of anime figurines. And there was a lot of Funko Pops and action figures and statues, craft area where you could get anything superhero made on any kind of medium pretty much. Deadpool. This place is just loaded. Walking through, everybody. More than half the people in costume, I would think. I don't know what half of them are anymore. I know what the old comics are. Some kind of Executioner, the whole family of superheroes there. Batman, Superwoman, Superboy. Comes the Peacemaker. His gang. A Ghost Rider. That's a pretty wild costume. I don't know what this guy is. I don't know how there was somebody in there walking around. But it is a comic book convention, so let's check out the books. This is Fat Daddy's comics. I see him at quite a few of the local shows. He always has nice stuff. He's a smaller, medium-sized booth. Right there you have Fat Daddy's PH Fat. And there's Reese's Rare Comics now. This is a medium-sized booth, but he had all the big books, all the grails. I saw a kid was looking for a Hulk one just to look at it, and they had it here. AF-15, ASM, they're right there. Stuff I'm looking for. Early Silver Surfer. I have to show you some of that later. What I brought home. This is another nice big setup. I don't see the name on it. There are a lot of big books in there. A lot of books on the walls. And there again, Harley Yees, he had big books. He had a big setup. He had a lot of big books in there. That's Harley sitting there, I guess. And even this small booth of foreign comics. It's HFQ Comics, which I realize we follow each other on Instagram. Well, I'm back home from the Motor City Comic Con, back to my comics cavern, where I have my comics closet. So I want to show you some of the stuff I picked up. But first I want to show you some of the stuff I had signed. I didn't take a whole lot of books to get signed because I was meeting William Shatner. You know, Captain Kirk. I've been watching Star Trek all my life, and his autographs were a little expensive. They were $120 each, and I got 4 of them. Important thing I wanted to get signed, I got the Star Trek Wrath of Khan Select Division disc. They used to call them laser discs. I don't know if anybody remembers these things. You know, got a lot of pictures of Khan and Spock in the back, and I just thought that was pretty cool. I found it at a garage sale for $2. I think I showed the other ones. I bought 5 of them. All 3 Rocky movies and Wizard of Oz. And this one. So I had Captain Kirk sign this. And I also got, it was Star Trek, the motion picture comic book from Marvel. It has Kirk and Spock on the cover from the old, the original first movie. This is from, I guess, the second movie. This is Star Trek 2. And then he was also involved, I guess, was involved in writing a novel called Tech Wars. And there was a comic called Tech World that I have 2 copies of. I had him sign both of those. So I got to talk to him for a few seconds, maybe a minute. He signed the Tech Wars books, which he was using like a black Sharpie. But he got to the Star Trek motion picture book, and it was a black cover. So he wanted to switch. He said, I'm going to switch over to a paint marker so you can see it better. And I said, fine. And he wrote it on there. It was like one of those yellow paint markers, you know. And he wrote on it. It wasn't writing very well, but I could see it. And he was like, that doesn't seem to be writing very well. And he was dabbing into the pen down onto the desk. He had a blotter there. And I said, that's fine, sir. I can see it. But he went ahead and wrote right over it again, at least part of it. And you can kind of see there's double written on it, but I don't really care. I'm probably going to keep that book. I would like to keep one of the Tech Wars. I may sell one of those. And keep this. So anyway, I did that. And I also, actually I don't have any of it here because it's all out being graded by CGC. I had a book signed by Simon Bisley, who did all the Lobo books. And I have some of those, but I couldn't dig them up. I was digging for them, but I had X-Men Unlimited 46, which has got a nice Wolverine cover, but I think we determined that was drawn by David Finch. So The interiors are done by Simon Bisley though. And so he signed that, and he signed it really quick. He was doing sketches and drawings. You know, he must have had commissions he was doing, because I asked, you know, said something about maybe getting a remark on there. And he said he was really busy, if I could leave it. I told him I'd bring some more books. I'll probably see him again at another show. And I also had Howard Chaykin. He was there, which he was funny. He's a funny guy. He was talking. He said he'd signed all the books for $10, but Star Wars books he charged extra because he hates Star Wars. Which, well, Cody Lockwood, through Lockwood Loot, he's the guy that he's working through CBCS, that has the witnesses. He said Chaykin kind of likes the stuff that he wrote and created. I mean, which makes sense. So anyway, I had him sign, it's actually an old DC book called Black Hawk. It's got like a pilot guy on the cover. I think I read it way back just when I think I got it out of an old collection I got from a person, somebody, because I didn't buy it. And then I didn't realize, but he did the Bike Club books, which I don't have them with me. I have pictures I'm going to put up, but he did all those. I had Bike Club 1 and 6 from the first series signed, and then 1 through 5 of Vampire. It's called Bike Club Vampire Crime Unit. They're adult books, you know, but he said now that they are optioned for some type of show. He wasn't sure. We didn't get into details. But anyway, so we had a few other guys came, had a bunch of books signed, you know, so it was really cool. So, and I also, what I was looking for when I was there, I'm going to try to put together the original run of Silver Surfer, 18 issue first run. And I already had issue 18 that I had in the collection, and I had it graded, and it came back at 5.5. So I think I'm going to try to get them all in a similar grade. So I was there, and I found, well, the guy, his name's Lauren. I think he used to be like Warp 9 Comics, he said, but now he's got a different name. Anyway, I bought some other Silver Surfer stuff from him, but he had these, which is 11, which he has 75 books, 12, which he has 50 on, and then 8, which he has 75 on, which comes up to what, 200? And I think he sold me those for 175. But I also found, actually in a box, I had this Silver Surfer 9 at a 4.5. And he got it for $40. $40. I'm looking for Silver Surfer. So I bought it. It's a 4.5. I'd like to have it graded higher. I may look and see what happens if we can maybe crack it out, press it. It may go up, even if it's a 5. But I also found these. Over here. Silver Surfer 3, first appearance of Mephisto, at a 5.5. This is really when I saw this, I thought, oh, I'm gonna try to get that, because that'll match up really nice. You know, I got my 18. So that's a 5.5. That's what he had on it. Let me get this one out. Boom. Chakalaka. And then he also, same guy, had this, which is Silver Surfer number 1 and a 4.0. So it's lower grade than I'm looking for. It really looks nice though. You know, square bound book. It looks like it's rolled. There's a spine roll. Got a crease right there. But I mean, it's a 1. He had $1,000 on it, which I saw. There were a couple other number 1s around there that they had at $1,100. I talked to a guy and he said he'd go down to 1,000. I saw another guy had one 4.0 just like this for $875. And I went and talked to this guy because he had this for 1,000 and he had the other one for 800. And I said, oh, I saw a guy over here's got a number 1 for 875. And he said, well, he could do that, but I told him I'm really looking at the number 3. I'd like to get the number 3. And he said he'd sell them both to me for 16, so I bought both of those for 16. This one for 40, and then these for less than 200. So, well on my way to my Silver Surfer. These are fantasy masterpieces. Just to show, I have also 2, which is a nice one. I got it on a clear backing board. And a 5, which I think I've shown. It's got a sticker on it there. And I have another 5, which is a lot nicer. That one was 35, this one was 100. So I have the 6, which says 50 on it, and 7. And 9, which is what this was. So this is actually a better copy than that. Looks like. And then I have the 13. $14 and $17. I think I showed this 7, didn't I? And the 6 and the 5. I mean, I think I have all but 4. I'll have all but 4 issues. You also need issue 4, which is what I'm looking for now. So, don't forget, if you go to the Comic Cons, Lockwood's Loot, he said he's going to be at any of the ones in the Midwest. Find Cody, he's got a bunch of guys that will witness your books for you. Before I forget, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share, comment, tell your friends I got Silver Surfer #1 and Silver Surfer #3. A couple of pretty big books. Don't drop them. Thank you very much for watching.